Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to give you guys an update on our 8 megawatt farm. I'm talking about the change that the inspector wanted us to implement here at this farm. He wanted us to replace the standard disconnect we have with a breaker disconnect. Basically, you have a breaker on each phase, and this is going to protect the data center from overcurrent. So talking about the reasons for that change, why the inspector requested that, and so on in this video. So if you think that's interesting, you know what to do. Hit like on the video, subscribe to the channel, go to cryptollc.org. If you're looking to set up a data center for yourself, you're looking to jump in with us in North Dakota, we have a pass-through rate, really great price per megawatt, and you get a pass-through rate plus our 0.5 cent management fee on top of that. So really solid price. Otherwise, if you're looking to set up your farm in a different state, we can do that as well. And before we get started, Bitcoin saves your wealth and Jesus Christ saves your soul. By the way, Bitcoin hit like 104K as of making this video. So it's going back up. That's great news. Great news for everyone. Hopefully, we're going to pass the inspection here coming up Monday, Tuesday. So if we pass that, we can start powering things on right at the same time as Bitcoin went over that 100K mark. But anyway, going back to our update here. So like I mentioned in the previous video, the inspector was requesting us to change the disconnect to either a fuse disconnect or a breaker disconnect. So what they're looking for is if there is overcurrent on the data center, then the breakers will either trip, or if it's like a fuse disconnect, then the fuse will pop. So those are the requirements they had. And so we had to go back and forth with the engineering department. We had to go back and forth with the utility. So they had to find a solution for us. By the way, the utility is the company that we're working with here, the co-op that we're working with. They actually told us, sorry for making that mistake. They're the ones that recommended us to take this disconnect we have here. So they apologized for that, and they helped us find the solution by swapping that out. They actually gave us the new disconnect with the breakers. They gave it to us without us paying for it, and then we're just going to swap it for this one we have installed, and then swap it for the new one. So that's really nice of them, but they understand that they made that mistake, and that basically delayed us for a whole week, because by the time we went through engineering, by the time we went through the utility company, the inspector, and everyone okayed it, it took a couple days just for that. Then we took delivery of the disconnect. Then we had to install it, had to get the electricians out there. They had to rewire it. They had to pull new wire, rewire it because it wouldn't fit to the gauge that was already there. And then also we had to get a high voltage electrician out there to then cap it off. So a lot of work had to be done, but they finished it up. So now we're waiting for the inspection. So the inspection should be this Monday, Tuesday. Hopefully they can make it out there Monday. Again, it all depends on the inspector. He has his schedule and everything. So hopefully he gets out there on Monday. And then right after we pass the inspection, we're going to get our temporary occupancy permit, and we can power it on and start turning miners on. So that's great news. Hopefully this is it. I talked to the inspector. I was like, come on, guys, this has to be it. You know, don't pull another last minute on us. You know, we have a lot of people that are waiting for this farm to turn on, us including, right? We want to get this over with, want to start mining. So hopefully it's going to pass. The PDUs, you guys can see the PDUs. So those are our fuse PDUs. And those three, you can say like little cylinders that are on those three legs, right? Those are the fuses. So as you can see, it says 80 KA. So that's 80,000 amps that it withholds or basically protects. And if you have any issues with like arc current and all of that, if a phase touches a phase, then the fuses will pop. So that, by the way, those are the PDUs that the inspector also required us to swap out. They wanted to pick up the KA rating past 50,000 at the PDU level. And so these PDUs are fuse PDUs, and they're fused at 80,000 amps. So these are good to go. So we're having our electricians replace our old PDUs with these new PDUs. So those are the two fixes we're working on here. That's going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys like it. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.